Hi, folks. Now, I have a few Falkniven knives, and they are a Swedish company. Falkniven means folding knife in Swedish, and you see that some of them are even marked Sweden. But the funny thing about Falkniven knives, no matter how much they may be intrinsically linked with the Swedish royal family, with the triple crown there, they're actually made in Japan, not in Sweden. There's nothing wrong with that. Japan makes some very good knives. Hence this, TK3 is a brilliant knife. That would be the knife I would carry every day if I was allowed to carry it in the UK. But they're not made in Sweden. There are knives made in Sweden. There are Penknife, which are made in Sweden. And I'm sure there are others. I've got another Puka Karasundo knives, Puka, that's made in Sweden. But this is the only folding knife I have that's actually made in Sweden. And this is made by EKA or EKA. I don't know if EKA is a word or an acronym. I'm sure. I don't know if Eskilstuna, Sweden, is if EKA is short for that. Could well be. Would make sense. But these knives are actually made in Sweden. 10-year warranty, but they are also by appointment. Oh, here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Sorry, not very clear. By appointment to His Majesty the King of Sweden, says on there. Says it in various different languages, but nonetheless, that's what it says. So this is by appointment to His Majesty the King of Sweden. And it's really rather a nice little knife. Comes with a very soft leather pocket sheath, and I think if you were going to carry this regularly, you'd want to carry it in that, because there's quite a lot of detail on this knife, and I don't know how well the detail would last if it was carried in the pocket very much. Oops, I'm trying to hold it and it's slipping out my hand. We've got this, I don't know if it's gilt or if it's brass, gold coloured anyway, background with the black enamel, and then on the front you've got this silvered portion with the King of Sweden's coat of arms, with two lions with crowns on. You've got the three crown, which is there in the upper left and lower right cantons of the shield, which is the triple crown that you have on the Falkniven knives. TK3 stands for Triple Crown 3. There are 4 TK knives in the Falkniven range. Oops. Now this is only a little blade, but it's got good strong spring on it. Good action. Now this is sort of like the classic SD from Swiss Army Knife in terms of both its features and the size of its blades. The handle's a little bit bigger, but you have the knife blade. Then instead of a file blade, you have a little bottle opener, screwdriver blade, and going back to the classic SD format, you have a little pair of scissors. Bash the camera, which are very much in the Swiss Army style. In fact, if that spring doesn't come out the same packet as a Swiss Army knife spring, I'd be surprised. It's very, very similar. It's even got the little fold in the end of it that the Swiss Army ones have in order to fit into that little groove on the handle of the operating handle of the scissors. So really beautiful little knife. On the back, you've just got you've got this dragon in the middle of it, in a sort of Celtic design, with the black enamel over the gilt. Obviously, it's a pinned knife. Very slim, very easy to carry. Now this is truly a gentleman's carry knife. This is the sort of thing that a gentleman could put in his pocket, whip out to open an envelope or cut a piece of string or whatever. Absolutely perfect little knife. As I say, it compares well to the classic SD, whether that be the Celador versions, or perhaps in a way more appropriately in the Alox version. The Celador versions and the Alox versions have the same blade set, but obviously the Celador ones have the tweezers and the toothpick, and clearly this one used to be on my keyring. I swapped, hence all the bashes. I swapped it out for the Jet Setter, which doesn't have a blade on it. The rest of the set on the classic SD. Just realised this is a knife that I've never shown in video either. You have a little blade, which is similar in size, slightly smaller than the EKA. You have a nail file and what makes it the classic SD, by the way, is it has the screwdriver on the end rather than a nail cleaning point. You've got the nail file on there, and then on the other side, get the right way around, we have a little pair of scissors which are smaller than the EKA scissors. But these are not as big as the scissors you get on the 93mm or 91mm knives. It's so slightly somewhere in between. But these are similar in aims and proportions and carryability, but obviously the EKA is very slightly larger. It doesn't have a thing for putting it on your keyring either, so it really is designed for putting in the little leather slip and carrying in your pocket, which funnily enough is exactly the same way as I carry this. It's not really a leather slip, it's a plastic slip. Whereas the EKA one is a nice, nice leather, very soft leather. I mean, perfect to slip in your pocket and carry around if you're wearing a suit or something of that nature. Not much more to really to say about this knife. I don't know what the steel is made of. It doesn't really matter a great deal for a little knife like this. The important thing is that it's just a smart little gentleman's carry knife for putting in your suit pocket when you're out and about. And if we ever get back to going out and about and wearing a suit a lot, this is a knife that I anticipate carrying from time to time. It's a perfect little knife for just everyday carry in the city, where we might be worried about carrying anything of a larger blade or taller than that. Anyway, that's far too long to talk about such a simple little knife, but there it is. I did want to buy the EKA 5, which is a little lockback. I got they phoned me and said didn't have the EKA 5, they had the EKA 6, and when he told me it had scissors, I was sold. That was me, I had to have it. So I bought it, and actually in some ways the EKA 5, because it's a lockback, though it's a small lockback, you can't carry it in the UK, but this is one that you can actually carry and use, and I expect that I will certainly do that. So if you like the stuff, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see some more knives, and there's plenty more coming along in time, then please remember to subscribe and remember to ring the bell if you want notifications. Thank you. Goodbye.